Well, we're gonna make a new watercolor. I have made this all before. It's a simple one, but watercolors doesn't have to be very difficult to be nice. So we make a sky. Put you on my palette. I have a new sort of palette here. It's yellow ochre or raw sienna, used for this. This is burnt sienna or Mars red. Alizarin, Cobalt Blue or ultramarine. This is Phthalo Blue, Primary Blue 400. This is what do you call it? Phthalo Green. Burnt. This is burnt umber. That is raw umber, and here I have sepia for the really dark greens. It's a long letterbox shape. I wet the sky a bit first. Not all. I see there is green in my brushes. This doesn't matter. I wet, as you know, always the edges and the corners, because I like them soft there. Bit of cobalt blue. I mix in a bit of Paynes Grey into that with a test. Could be a bit more darker. As long as it is wet, you can alter it a bit. My drawing board is flat. If you like to paint an angle, it's fine with me. I paint most of the time flat. But if I want a gradation, yeah, okay, then you have to have an angle. I like some dark bits there. Remember, it is Paynes Grey, so it dries a bit back. Whole sky is okay, I think. I need a bit of raw sienna. I have there yellow ochre, but I think a sienna on the ground is much nicer. Keeping it light. Want a bit of burnt sienna at the sides. Cobalt and burnt sienna. Cobalt and yellow ochre. So we had to leave that to dry. But I can do some dark bits here. Bit of phthalo green, cobalt blue. Warm it up with sienna. I said dry, but always paint as long as you can. And I could. Okay, now it's time really to stop. This is maybe a bit too burny. Neutralize it a bit. And that is because this is the front of the watercolor. And if I make here a very warm spot, it becomes a sort of focal point, and I don't want that. So I grade it down a bit. like these corners. I have time, so I leave it to dry instead of blow drying it. The paper doesn't like blow dry so much. You could do it, but if you have time, just leave it. The pigments dry also more beautiful. Well, it's dried flat. As you see here, the green of the light raw sienna is a bit in the sky. I planned there other sort of color, but we have a look what we can do. Clean my palette a bit. Oh yes, and I showed you my palette with pigments, and suddenly I began to paint with Paynes Grey, and I must confess, I have here my sponge where I dip my brush on. I make it wet now and then because a dry sponge doesn't work that good. Here I have a neutral tint. This is ivory black or lamp black, I don't know. I can show it you. Oh, just good. Well, as you see, I don't use it very much. Yeah, I think it's ivory black. This is the Paynes Grey. Nice blue color. Always see if your Paynes Grey is blue, because when it's blue, and you add a bit of red, you make nice purple. Or with yellow ochre, make nice green. If this doesn't happen with your Paynes Grey, you don't have the right Paynes Grey. And this is neutral tint, just a dark. It's not cool, it's not warm, it's neutral. So that is it. Okay. Now, I'll show you this again. We make the distance trees, then we make this line of trees. I make something else from this tree bush, and this I make green, but this and this one are very much the same. I try to alter it. It's always nicer when you have different things. So we make a distant tree color, and of course that is blue, cobalt blue. A bit of Alizarin to make it purple. And I do a tiny bit of burnt sienna to make it a bit grayer, because when you do the blue and the magenta, you get a real purple. And now with a touch of burnt sienna in it, you gray it down. And you have to know how to gray down purple colors. I don't paint trees, it's just now the pile trick. As you know, Oliver Pyle is a friend of mine. We never met, but we do talk a lot. And of course I watch his excellent demos. I shouldn't do that. It's distance. Don't need. You don't need detail. This one. Blue again. Bit of raw sienna. What I did was not working, so I want a cool green. Cool. Maybe some cooler. For this side. When you make a rough edge also here, it looks like if there is yellow grass. So I paint the trees and I paint the grass in one stroke. Look, that was a wrong stroke. It's just a hard edge. And we don't want hard edge, and so we make it soft. I sound a bit like Tony Couch here. Okay, here's a worm. make a bird of that. If you see that, I don't know. Warm trees on that side. So we take cobalt, now phthalo green. We put a bit of blue with it and a bit of Sienna. It can do some blue and a bit of Sienna. I think it's right. Paint with confidence, but if you see a nice brush stroke, try to leave it. Bit of dark. I make the same color, only I don't took burnt sienna, but burnt umber. Okay. By the way, I painted Princeton. I told it before. I looked it up. I paint now 18, 19 months, and I rinse them and I lay it flat. I always put it here. It's a dry cloth with a bamboo under it, so it doesn't fly around. And well, you see here is green in it, but I have always nice points. Very happy with it. This is dried. Yes. I have an online friend, or friends. He is a hunter, and I have to tell us. What is the long one? And he did load up a new movie, and I said, "Oh, that is a nice tree. I'm gonna use that." His father was a very famous painter in the Netherlands. I have to squeeze out a bit of more color. There are always a few colors that goes really fast. Blue, burnt sienna, raw sienna. I shouldn't lick this from my finger, but okay. We make another green. Now I take cobalt, phthalo green. for a bit of light green. I think it's okay. By the way, it's always not mixed well enough. It's very important to know how wet your brush is. If you don't know that, you can create cauliflowers. I like that blue, yeah. Okay. What I want to tell you is I saw a tree with my hunter relative, and it was a dead tree. So I make a screensaver from it. It's in the middle. It has to be here. But as you know, I'm only human. I can make up another one here. So the balance is it's a Rigger liner number 1. And of course that will help if you have a good liner. I make this one bigger so this will appear. The technique for this is you have to lean your hand here and you shoot away and it only takes 30 years to learn it. No, I'm just kidding. Some dark bits. That went wrong. Don't go over it. Take it as a learning moment. Okay, the dead tree. See, all fake crows. And here's something here. I don't know. Okay. Do we have to do something in the foreground? Maybe not, maybe I do. Big brush, number 16. I would want number 20. There are 20s, but only in the States. But I'm in the Netherlands. So must I order a brush? One brush? I don't think so. Okay. Little bit of cobalt blue. We make a little purple. And we grey down again. Not all have to be hard edged. Make some soft, make some hard. Keep the light. Maybe a bit of dark green here. Phthalo Blue. Burnt Umber. Show you. Dark. Dark and fluid. Light on the edge, top. This is too light here, so I darken it a bit. And you only one. I let it dry and I let you see the result. I zoomed out a bit, and that is for a reason. I dried it now with a blow dryer because this is the last thing I have to do. I have here L shapes. So I can show you. I have to say I like this one, really. I have to let you see, because I have this one. I show you all. I paint always on quarter size, half size. This one doesn't fit here. So I made up. This was an old one, it was a bit all ugly. But this is nice, how it is. This is in the middle. So I could say, well, I make it like this. Now it's more balanced maybe. Or I make it like this. But this is rather empty. Then it's go too bleak. If you know what I mean. This would be better. But this is nice too. You look the foreground. Then this one, this one, this one, and that one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers in the air, 6 layers in one watercolor, and that makes the depth. In the real photo, these were just green, but if I make this green, this won't stand out and this won't stand out, so you have to lie a bit. My friend Kees van Aalst, he says always, painting is lying. But make it nice. Thank you very much. I think I framed this one, if you won't buy it. Thank you.